In part 4, my son talked some trash before our big Spartan race. Let's see if he was able to back it up.
Well, day 16 started off with me climbing out of Houston. We were just getting airborne, and it was my leg. It was a great flight. The landing, you know, you win some, you lose some. But I just got home. We're at my house now. It's 03:30 a.m. in the morning. So I'm going to go in and get a few hours of sleep, and then we're going to try to be out of here by 10 o'clock today to go on our road trip down to North Carolina for the Spartan race, but we're going to spend a few days down there. So you may want to come along with us because I generally don't travel like most people do.
I'm glad to see these bags are packed and ready to go. For once, it was easy to get everybody up this morning. While they clean the kitchen, I'm going through the checklist my wife made for them.
I don't know where they are. I told Mom that.
Okay, so it's a good thing that I work for an airline and that I'm not running one because we didn't make it out of the driveway until 10:37.
We would have been less late if I had checked the tire pressure before I started driving and noticed this tire was low.
Morning, Harper!
Hi!
Here's the rough plan for the day, but I'm sure there will be things to see along the way, so we won't be taking the most direct route.
Covering his ears with his hands.
The first detour is a historic landmark that my daughter asked to go to, but we kept it secret from the rest of the kids. This is something that we all became more interested in after watching the Foods That Built America that I mentioned in previous videos. And we all love fried chicken, well, except for my wife. So it only made sense to go see where it all started. Now this is the restored gas station on the original site in Corbin, Kentucky, where the good Colonel perfected his original recipe. And here are two interesting facts about Colonel Harlan Sanders. While he did serve briefly in the Army, the title of Kentucky Colonel was bestowed on him by the governor, as that is the highest honorific title that a Kentucky civilian can hold. And I'll bet you didn't know that he once shot a business rival. He was involved in a bitter feud with another gas station owner who was always painting over his signs. And when he went to confront him with a couple of other men, the rival owner shot and killed one of them. Colonel Sanders picked up the gun and shot back, wounding the man in his shoulder. The business rival went to prison for murder, while Colonel Sanders' actions were deemed self-defense.
Some chicken, put the chicken bucket on top of her.
So I only ended up being able to get about 2 hours of sleep last night. And so obviously going on to a road trip like this is not ideal in those circumstances, but if I just waited for the perfect opportunity to do these kinds of things, have these little adventures, then I just wouldn't go anywhere because there's never going to be a perfect opportunity. Sometimes you just got to go.
Weren't around to hear.
Now don't laugh, but I got a little bit excited when I realized how close we were going to be to the Cumberland Gap. So we decided to take another detour, and my kids thought it was cool too because they had already heard about the Cumberland Gap because I teach them American history. Their music teacher is teaching them a song called the Cumberland Gap, and of course, who doesn't love the Darius Rucker song Wagon Wheel? As we take this really cool windy road up to the scenic overlook where we can see the Cumberland Gap, I will refresh you on what the Cumberland Gap is. Basically, it's a gap in the Appalachian Mountains that allowed for a passageway for settlers to move west. Daniel Boone was the one who was commissioned to build this trail, and pretty much all the settlers that went west passed through this narrow gap in the Appalachian Mountains. Now, I know this looks like bad parenting to a lot of people, but this is one of the reasons I really like my kids. I've always taught them to be adventurous and encouraged them to interact with their environment differently than the way most people do. Now we head up the short trail to the overlook. You got to see this view. Check that out. And the actual gap is right there. This road would have been a lot more fun if I wasn't in a minivan, but I made the best of it.
Hold on, guys.
If you lose traction, we die.
Yeah, that's true. You know I'm tired if I'm letting my wife drive.
Just over an hour left to go. Alright, we made it to the town we're staying in, Hendersonville, just south of Asheville, and everybody's excited to see the Airbnb that we're going to be staying at. This is the street we're staying on, and the address is coming up. You see the pictures and stuff, but you never really know what you're going to get as far as the surroundings and what the whole property is like. Staying at other houses while we're traveling always just adds another layer of fun and excitement to the whole experience. Here, I'll show you around.
Try it.
The kids were all over the apple orchard.
Mine, yeah.
Alright, let's go take a look around inside the house now and see what $320 a night gets you in Hendersonville, North Carolina. I'm going to be honest, it was a little more rustic or older feeling than I had hoped for. But it was nice. There was kind of a musty smell, though, you know, with the wood and the humidity and such. You probably know what I'm talking about. Let's go back here. We'll check out the master bedroom. And here's the master bath. So overall, it was a neat little comfortable, you know, southern farmhouse. It had a nice feel to it. The only real complaint was it didn't have a garbage disposal. After unloading our suitcases, we went to go stock the kitchen and pick up some dinner for tonight. They have to check the sugar content in all the food that they ask for, and they get their own answer. Once they get all the food put away, we do a few minutes of Mr. Beast's brain rot while my wife prepares dinner. That's a pretty great view out into the yard right there. After dinner, there was still enough daylight left to get out in the yard and play around. We brought the travel-size Frisbee with us. I'm wondering if anybody will get that joke. Well, it's Friday morning. The race is tomorrow, so that means that we have all day to kind of just explore and check out the area. I was just trying to get a feel for what we might do today. In a minute, we're going to go for a walk and explore the property. This is a 60-acre orchard and farm that we're staying on, so we're going to go check that out. But I wanted to say the reason we don't have anything planned today is because I like to be flexible when we do these types of trips. I have a little mantra that my wife doesn't really like it because it doesn't suit her personality as well. But I say that minimal planning equals maximum adventure. And sometimes things don't go well, and that's fine. That's part of the experience. As we go for a walk here around the property, I'll share a story that I think helps illustrate my point. One time I took my oldest two to Rome, and because we were kind of flying by the seat of our pants, I was making last-minute reservations, and I screwed them up. So there we were. We got to the train station in downtown Rome, and we walked maybe about a half mile to our hotel and found out that the reservation that I made was for the following night. And so we were literally walking around Rome at near midnight until we found a hotel that had vacancies. And I thought that was a great experience for my kids to show them how you just like improvise, adapt, and overcome. And it was more of an adventure. We got to see more of Rome than we had planned on seeing. So I just try to teach my kids how to go with the flow, and I always try to make time for them to play with sticks in the woods. That's just important for boys. That's stuff that they need to do.
Everybody out of the way.
Most of the time, nobody gets hurt, and sometimes they might get a rotten apple in their mouth, but that's all part of the fun. The same goes with making time for dogs on rocking horses and jigsaw puzzles. At family meeting, we made sure that everyone looked presentable because we're off to the Biltmore estate. Now, it's $80 a piece for adults, but kids 16 and under are free. So, joke's on them, we're bringing 4 of them. Now, the Biltmore estate is the largest private residence in the United States. And it was built by you've heard of the railroad tycoon Cornelius Vanderbilt. I think he went by Sea Dog. Well, his grandson, George Washington Vanderbilt, commissioned it, and it was completed in 1895. So I'm going to take you inside because you've got to see this. It is quite impressive. Let's go out to the gardens now to view the fish pond and some bad parenting. And a little more right here. Then it was time to stuff our faces before heading home to play in the beautiful yard. And it was a beautiful evening, so I just went out and played frisbee with the kids until dinner. I just really enjoy playing frisbee. It's just a simple, fun thing to do. I've been playing with them since they were young.
There he goes. That's like his 10th apple today.
For dinner, my wife made me a lasagna casserole so I could carb up for tomorrow. Then after dinner, we screened part 3 of the vlog to make sure everyone was okay with it. And then it was time to start getting ready for the race. Okay, put it orderly. Put the shoes together. Put it against the wall. I'm not having any of the boys say they can't find their socks or shorts or whatever it is in the morning, so they're all setting it out right here where we can see it all, leaving it here tonight.
What time in the morning?
Okay, yeah, so we're leaving, well, I'm gonna get everybody up at 6 so they get maximum sleeping time. We're gonna leave here at 6:30. Bradley, where's your stuff?
No, I did the same thing, just I thought.
You getting this too?
I'm getting it. How about you throw away all your socks that are too small so
Yeah.
this doesn't
They're
keep
not too
happening?
small, they're just a little uncomfortable. So these are different.
Looks right.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I can wear this shirt, you know? It's not dry. Like, it's not really a dry
Is the
fit
dryer
shirt.
hot?
It's warm. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. Yeah. Come on, buddy. It's 6:37, so about 7 minutes late. So I guess I'm just gonna have to drive faster. What are you taking a video of?
Hydrating.
Oh, okay, yes.
She is.
Maybe he likes to go fast, like Ricky Bobby. Okay, so I'm actually a little bit anxious because I'm not sure how to pace myself in this race because it's 6.6 miles really, so it's like half the distance of the ones I've done before. So the average time for finishers on this course is 2 hours and 25 minutes. So I'm really hoping to get under 2 hours. And if I can do it in an hour and a half, then I can watch my daughter's race. So that's what I'm really trying for. But also, I just got to stay ahead of my son here. What do you think, Bradley?
I think I might win.
You think so?
There's a possibility.
There's a possibility, like if I hurt myself, if I fall off an obstacle, basically.
That is very likely to happen.
It is likely to happen.
You get lots of cramps and stuff.
I do get cramps. We'll see how it goes.
That's for like the beef.
I need to spend a few minutes in the warm-up pen, and then they always have us do some sort of an obstacle just getting to the starting line. Like we had to go under these cords here and then hop over this wall. And off we go. We won't be back in view until a little over an hour. At 9 o'clock, my 11-year-old starts his race, just as I'm starting to come out of the woods for the final 3 obstacles of my race. Now I'm actually not even sure if I can complete this next obstacle here, so you see me hesitate for a second because I have 0 rope climbing technique, but I think sometimes willpower can beat technique. Alright, this is it, the final obstacle, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. All I gotta do is not hurt myself. And then the fire jump, well, I always do a little something different here. Then for those who are feeling up to it, they have this thing called the extra mile with these little workout stations along the way, but it's not really a full mile. Then I got to watch my 11-year-old finishing strong. And my 8-year-old was getting ready for his race, and he did really well, actually. He got 7th place out of well over 50 kids. And my daughter actually did really well too, but I screwed up all that footage. Then it was time to go get cleaned up. I'd actually never seen one of these spray-off booths at a race before, so it was kind of cool. A little bit of a weird experience, but my wife was super grateful for these people to come out and do this for us. Before leaving, we needed to acknowledge the public pull-up bar that my son was actually looking for. And then we're going to get some family photos. And then we'll have a post-race interview with my 16-year-old son, and well, we'll see who won.
Well, the race is done. I had fun. Bradley, did you have fun?
I had fun. Or I tried to.
Yeah, we stayed together for the first mile about, and then Bradley missed an obstacle, and so I had to do the penalty loop, and it was all over for him after that. I'll put our times and ranks down here. Anyway, I'm just glad I got a son that can race with me, that can do this kind of thing, that wants to do it. And you want to do it again, right?
I want to do it again, yeah.
Okay.
I got to smoke you next time.
Well, I actually want you to beat me. You have to earn it.
I know.
That's all. That's all. Okay.
I will.
All right. All right.
Kentucky's prettier though. Yeah.
All right, now our Airbnb is actually north from here, but we are headed south because I got a little treat for myself. I have been to 48 out of 50 states, and South Carolina is one of the states, one of the two that I've never been to. And so we're only a few minutes away, so we are going to go to South Carolina and get some lunch, because why not? All right, there we go. We're in South Carolina now. Only one more state to go on my list. And I'm not really in a hurry to get to North Dakota, so that's okay if I never make it to 50.
Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm looking for good barbecue, a hay bale in the likeness of a pig is a good sign.
Fried alligator here to try because we're in the South, so why not? All right, here we go.
It's good.
That's really not bad at all. Just sitting out here on the patio now, watching the day wind down. When we got back, I took a nice nap. It was much needed. Then we had dinner. After dinner, went for a walk in the woods, explored the trails and the orchards a little bit more. And I think it's just good for men to go walking in the woods, just to be out there, being in nature. It's good for us. I have this mindset that my wife would probably think is a little bit unhealthy, but it's worked for me so far. But I took a nap because I feel like I earned a nap. To me, it's not just enough to be tired to need a nap. I feel like I need to be tired for a good reason, or I need to be preparing for something, going to work or something like that. There needs to be a reason to take naps. I need to have earned it. And the other one with food, like what we had for lunch today, it was great barbecue. And just because I want a certain food is not reason enough to consume that food. I feel like I need to have earned it. And so, like I said, some people might say that this is not a healthy mindset because then you feel like you're not deserving of things, but at the same time, it keeps us from overindulging in comforts and conveniences. So I feel like it's worked for me. We're heading back tomorrow morning. We're going to be going through some pretty cool parts of Tennessee. We don't really have anything planned, so it's an open-ended adventure. Going to see what happens.
So I hope you come along with us tomorrow and into part 5 of 30 Days in My Intentional Life. Thank you for watching.